We're going to continue now with our study of the doctrine of God.
我们继续来查考神论。
And we are studying the truth that God is great.
我们在查考这个真理，就是神是伟大的。
Now let me just summarize a few things quickly.
让我快快地总结一些事。
We live in a Christian world today that seems to want to find its strength in just living out certain spiritual principles.
我们活在一个基督教的一个圈子里头，我们好像要从按着一些基督徒的原则做事，就可以找到力量的这样一个环境中。
Part of it is that we are just a pragmatic people.
其中的原因是我们是一些很讲实际的、实用的人。
We're always asking, "Tell me what to do."
我们总是问，你告诉我该做什么。
But that's one of the reasons why there's so much weakness in the church today.
所以今天教会里有这么多的软弱。
Throughout the scriptures, we know this one great truth.
圣经从头到尾，我们知道一个真理。
That the greatest and most essential of all knowledge is the knowledge of the character of God.
这世上最伟大、最重要、不可少的知识，就是认识神的知识。
If I were to ask you to write out a list of the attributes of God, could you do it?
如果我请你把神的属性、神的品格全部都记录下来、写下来，你可以做得到吗？
Could you define them?
你可以下定义吗？神的
Could you
属性，
explain their application?
你可以解释它的应用，如何应用在你身上吗？
If you say no,
如果你说我不能，
or that you've never even thought of that
或者
before,
你从前从来没想过这些问题的
I
话，
want you to think about what you're saying.
那我要你好好思考你说的话。
That there is a deep-seated ignorance of the greatest truth of Christianity.
就是你对基督教有一个很深层的一个无知啊！
You do not know God.
你不认识神呐、
Or let me put it this way,
或者我这么说，
you are greatly lacking in your understanding of Him.
你对神的认识大大的缺乏了。
And again, I sometimes ask these things to pastors.
我有时候会问牧师这样的问题啊。
How many years did you study the attributes of God in college? I asked.
你在大学里头学了有关多少有关神的属性的知识？
And most of them go years?
大多数人说多少年？
Well, a few months.
也许几个月吧。
In seminary, how much time was dedicated to studying who God is?
你在神学院里头，你花了多少时间？你致力于研究神是谁，神论。
Well, we went over it a few weeks in systematic theology.
我们学了几个礼拜的系统神学，他们说。
And now as a pastor, how much time have you dedicated to teaching the people who God is?
那身为一个牧师，你花多少时间教导信徒神的属性？
Well, we really haven't gotten around to that.
我们还没时间查考呢。他
I
说
mean, there's so many problems we need to deal with from the pulpit.
你知道，在讲台上，我们要处理很多实际的问题，哪有时间讲那些啊？
Maybe there's so many problems because the people are being destroyed for a lack of the knowledge of God.
也许教会这么多问题的原因，就是因为老百姓缺乏认识神的知识。
And finally, let me say this.
好，最后让我说，
I've said this many times already.
我已经曾经说过很多次了。
In your life, there will be countless times when you do not know what is going on.
在你生命中，你会碰到很多的情况，你不知道到底发生了什么事儿，
You do not know what God is doing.
你不知道到底神在做什么，
And you will not know what God is doing.
而且你永远也许都会不知道为什么。
So in that time, what can keep you strong?
所以在那个你不知道该怎么做的时候，什么会使你强壮呢？
Knowing who God is.
就是认识神，到底他是谁。
And where do you learn that?
你从哪里认识他呢？
From the scriptures.
从圣经里认识他。
So we're going to continue to study the greatness of
好，
God.
我们继续要查考神的伟大。
Let's go to Psalms 86.
我们翻到诗篇96篇，好，86篇。
And let's begin reading in verse 10.
我们从第10节开始读。
For you are great and do wondrous deeds, you alone are God. Teach me your way, O Lord. I will walk in your truth. Unite my heart to fear your name. I will give thanks to you, O Lord my God, with all my heart, and will glorify your name forever.
从第10节到12节，我们一起读。因你为大， 且行奇妙的事，唯独你是神，耶和华，求你将你的道指教我，我要照你的真理行。求你使我专心敬畏你的名，主我的神啊，我要一心称赞你，我要荣耀你的名，直到永远。
Now, verse 10 declares the greatness of God.
第10节宣告了神的伟大。
It says, "For you are great and do wondrous deeds."
这里说，因你为大且行奇妙的事。
Now, are you in a relationship with this God?
你是不是跟这一位神有这样的关系呢？
If you say yes,
如果你说是的，
then let's look at the comparison.
让我们看看这个比较啊。
It says that he is great and does wondrous deeds.
这里说你为大且行奇妙的事，
Would you say the same thing about yourself?
你可不可以说同样的话？
Are you great?
你是不是很伟大？
You say, well,
你说
I can juggle 3 balls at one time.
我可以一下子丢3个球啊，挺伟大的。
I can run a mile in less than 7 minutes.
我7分钟之内可以跑1公里啊，跑挺快的。
Are you great?
你伟大吗？你伟大吗？
Let me ask you a question.
让我问你一个问题啊，伟
If
大吗？
God did not give you your next breath, would you be able to breathe?
如果神不给你下一口气息，你能够继续呼吸下去吗？
The answer is
答案是
no.
不可能，
So you're not very great.
所以你不很伟大，对不对？
Paul even says to the church in Corinth,
保罗甚至对哥林多教会说，
they were puffed up about their knowledge.
这些人因着他们的知识而骄傲。
And what did Paul say to them?
保罗对他们怎么说？
What do you have that you did not receive?
你所有的岂不是都是领受的吗？
And if you did receive it, why do you boast?
你既然是领受的，为什么要自夸呢？好像没有领受一样。
Every good and perfect thing in you, from where does it come?
一切美好的、美善的事物都从哪来的？
From God.
都是从神而来的。
Remember Nebuchadnezzar,
记得尼布甲尼撒王，
the most powerful man on the planet.
这世上最伟大的、有能力的人。
In one fraction of a moment, his sense was taken from him,
刹那之间，神把他的理性给夺去了，
and he became like an animal in the field for 7 years.
他就像在野地上的畜生7年之久。
You are not great.
你不伟大，
Do you do wondrous deeds?
你是否做奇妙的事？
Well, maybe you can say that you do wondrous deeds in comparison to other men.
你也许说，比起别人来，你做的事情很奇妙。
And maybe you're even more humble.
也许你更谦卑一点。
And you say, well, I do wondrous deeds compared to a monkey
你说我比起猴子来，我做的事情挺奇妙的，
or a frog
或者比起青蛙，
or a microbe.
或者比一个那个小细菌。
But in comparison to God,
但是比起神来，
do you hold the planets in space?
你是否用手托住天空的星星？
Do you cause the sea to stay in its place?
你是否让海浪止住，不能够翻腾？
Do you number the stars and give each one of them a name?
你是否数算天上的星星，而且一一按其名
Do you remember
称呼
the
他们？
Do you remember the last part of Job?
你记得约伯的最后一半部，
Job is questioning God,
约伯在质问神。
and Job says basically this.
约伯基本上在
God
说，
says this to Job.
神基本上对约伯说
Come on out here, Job.
来，约伯过来，我们
Gird yourself up like a man.
你要像大丈夫一样，你要站起来。
I'm going to ask you questions,
我要问你几个问题，
and you answer
你回
me.
答我。
In the end, what did Job do?
最后约伯怎么样？
He put his hand over his mouth.
他用手遮住他的口，
He said, I spoke as one who is a fool.
他说：“我像一个愚昧人一样，
You alone do wondrous deeds.
唯独你做奇妙的事。
Now, let's think about this. ”
好，我们好好想想，
We are not great.
我们不伟大，
He is great.
他是伟大的，
Beyond description.
超越我们所能够想的伟
We
大。
do not do wondrous deeds.
我们不能做奇妙的事，
He does wondrous deeds beyond definition.
但是他做的奇妙的事是超过我们所求所想。
Now, in whom should we rely?
那我们应该信靠谁呢？
To whom should we listen?
我们应该听谁的话呢？
To ourselves?
听我们自己的吗？
Should we seek to live in our own power?
我们应该靠自己能力生活吗？
Or should we seek to live by our own wisdom?
或者靠自己的智慧生存吗？
Even a wisdom that is contrary to the wisdom of God.
那跟神的智慧相反的智慧，靠那个智慧吗？
As in the book of Judges,
正如在士师记一样，
everyone did what is right in his own eyes.
每个人偏行己路，做自己眼中看为正的事。
And what happened?
最后呢？
Utter ruin,
最后完全的毁灭，
destruction,
最后完
and
蛋，
suffering.
苦难。
See, when you say God is great,
当你说神伟大的时候，
then you must go another step
你必须再走一步，
and say, and I am going to live in light of his
你
greatness.
必须说，我因着他的伟大，要照着他的旨意生活。
You know, I was witnessing to 2 young people one time in a cafe.
有一次我在一个餐厅里头，向2个年轻人同时做见证。
And when the pressure was being put on,
当施加压力的时候，
one of the persons, a girl, tried to change the subject.
其中这2个年轻人，一个女孩就要转话题了，
And
我
she
施加压力。
said, well, my brother's an atheist. He doesn't believe in anything. I believe in God.
这女孩说：“我的哥哥是个无神论，我信神呢，我信有神呢。”
And I said this,
我说
and it is for that reason I respect your brother more than I do you.：“
因此呢，我尊重你的哥哥胜于尊重你。
And she was in shock.
他很
She said, how can you say that?
奇怪，他说：“你怎么可以这样说呢？
Well, your brother says he's an atheist,
你哥哥承认他是无神论，
and he lives like one.
而且他言行一致，
So at least that's consistent, isn't it?
至少他所说的跟他所行的是保持
You
一致
say
的。而
that
你
you
呢？
believe in the God of the Bible,
你说你相信圣经的神，
but he has no center place in your life.
但是他在你生命当中没有居首位、掌王权。
You do not investigate his word to know his will.
你也不好好查考他的话语，明白他的旨意。
You do not live a life of thanksgiving and praise before him.
你在他面前也没有感恩的心，
You do not depend upon him.
你也不依靠他，
Your life is a total contradiction.
你的言行不一，彼此矛盾。
You see, when you say God is great,
所以，当你说神是很伟大的时候，
then reasonably you must live a different way than the person who says no.
你理所当然的，你的生活方式应该跟那个不相信神的人不一样。
Someone asked me one time,
有一次，有人问我，
how have you been able to go to so many dangerous places?
你怎么能够跑到那么多危险的地方去啊？
I mean, you're in the jungles,
我跟你说，你去了森林，
you've been in dangerous
你
cities,
跑到那些危险的大城市里头，
been in the midst of war.
你在那个战争当中，
How do you know how to move around in all those
你
situations?
在那些情况下，你怎么知道怎么样子行动呢？
I said, I don't.
我说我也不知道。
You leave me on the Amazon for about 5 minutes by myself, I'm probably going to be eaten by an anaconda.
如果你把我放在亚马逊的森林里头5分钟，我也许可能被野兽吃掉。
Well, then how have you been in the jungle so much?
那你怎么在那个丛林里头那么长时间那么多次呢？
Because I find the people who know what they're doing.
我说，因为我遇到那些知道该怎么办的人，
And I stay right beside them.
我跟他们在一块儿，
And I
紧紧地
do
贴住
what they tell me to do.
我做他们告诉我该做的事。
If they run, I run.
如果他们跑，我跟着一块跑；
If they tell me to sit, I sit.
如果他们叫我坐下，我就立刻坐。
I submit myself to them.
我顺服他们的权柄。
Now, I want you to think about this.
我叫你好好思考这些事。
So many young people think that submission is bad.
很多年轻人认为啊，顺服是一件坏的
If
事。
you submit, it limits your life.
如果你顺服的话，你的生命就受限制了。
But the opposite is true.
但其实恰恰相反，
I could never go in the jungle by myself for a long period of time.
我不能够很长时间跑到丛林里头待很长时间。 不能。
But if I'm with a bunch of men from the Aguaruna tribe in Peru,
但如果我在秘鲁那些土族人当中跟他们一块儿的话，
and I do what they tell me to do,
如果我做他们叫我做的事，
I can live there my whole life.
我就可以一辈子住在那儿，没问
I
题。
acknowledge they know what they're doing.
我承认他们知道他们做
They
的是什
are
么，
greater than me.
他们比我伟大，
And so I'm okay.
所以我没问题，跟着他们就没问题。
It's the same way,
同样的道理，
and even much more extended.
甚至更超越这一层。
When I acknowledge I cannot
当我承认我办不到，我没
live
能
the
力，
Christian life,
我不能过一个基督徒的生活，
I don't have the wisdom to navigate this world.
我没有智慧在这个社会上、这个世界上生存，
I do not have the strength.
我也没有能力。
But God is great.
但是神为大，
Then the next reasonable step is what?
那下一个理所当然的步骤是什么？
I will trust in Him.
我就会信靠他了，
I will rely on Him.
我就依靠他了，
I will listen to Him.
我就听他的话了。
And this is how the weak are made strong.
借此，那软弱的人就成为刚强了。
Do you see that?
看到吗？
It's always the case.
总是如此，
He is great.
他是伟大的。
Now, verse 10
好，第10节
declares the greatness of God.
宣告了神的伟大。
Now, look at the proper response.
好，看看正确的回应是什么呢？
In verse 10, he says, You are great.
因你伟大，
You do wondrous deeds.
且行奇妙的事，
You alone are God, and I am not.
唯独你是神，我不是神啊。
Therefore,
因此，
verse 11,
11节，
Teach me your ways, O Lord.
耶和华，求你将你的道指教我。
So when we talk about the greatness of God,
所以，当我们讲论神的伟大的时候，
the first thing we should say is, Teach me
第一件事我们该说的是：主啊，指教我，
your ways.
教导我你的道。
Your ways are not like my
你
ways.
的道路不是我的道路，
Teach me your ways.
将你的道指教我。
You're driving down the road.
你在路上开车，
You're going around a mountain.
你在山旁边行走，
Can you see what's coming on the other side of the mountain?
你可不可以看到对面迎面而来的车吗？
No.
看不到，对不对？
Are you going to get out in the other lane and pass the car?
你会不会就超车呢？在这样的情况下，
Not if you're a reasonable person,
如果你有一些理性的话，你
because
不
you
敢
don't
超
know
车，
if a car is
因
coming.
为你看不到前面车是否要来，你不知道。
Look how limited your understanding is and my understanding.
你看你我的理性，我们所能看到是何等有限的，
But His
但
ways,
是他的道路
they're different
比我们
because
高超。
He is great. And He
因为
says,
他伟大。
Teach me your
他说
ways, ：“
将你的道指示我，
O Lord.
哦主啊，耶和华。”
Now that word Lord changes everything.
哦，这个耶和华主啊，把一切都改变
He's。not saying, Give me a few suggestions
他没有说给我几个建议吧，没有。
and I will decide whether or not I follow them.
然后我再决定我是否会跟着你的话去做，没有。
I will weigh the value of what you're telling me.
我再衡量一下你讲的对不对，我再
That's
说。
not what it's
不
saying.，
他没有那么说，
He's referring to a Lord
他在说耶和华主
who
啊，
speaks with authority.
他主说话是有权柄的。
Teach me your authoritative truth.
将你那有权柄的真理指教我，
Command me in the way that I ought to go.
吩咐我当行的路。
It is instruction,
这是一些教导，没错，
but it's instruction, authoritative instruction.
这乃是有权柄的教导，主
You
的
see,
教导。
you don't come to God
你看到没有？不是你来到神面前，
and say, Give me some advice,
主啊，给我一些建议吧。
and then I'll decide which one I want to
然后
take.
我决定好的建议我就接受，不好我就不要。不，
Again, you've realized something.
你要明白一件事，
He's great.
他是大，
You're not.
你不伟大。
He knows.
他知道，
You don't.
你不知道。
He's Lord.
他是主，
You're subject.
你是仆人。
Speak.
主啊，主人，请说。
There was a bumper sticker that was very popular many years ago.
很多年前在车上有一个 标签是非常流行的。
God said it.
神既然如此说，
I believe it.
我就这样做，
That settles it.
这就解决问题了，不用多说了。
That's not correct.
其实不对，
It should be this.
应该这么说。
God said it.
神既然那么说，
That settles it.
这就解决了，
Whether I believe it or not.
不管我信不信。
God does not ask for your affirmation, and He does not need your affirmation.
神不需要你的肯定，也不问你肯定不肯定他，你就照做就是。
So the only way you can reasonably say God is great
所以你能够说合情合理的说神是伟大的，唯一的方式是，
is if you follow by saying, Command me, O Lord.
就是你紧跟着说，主啊，你吩咐仆人静听。
Look what He says in verse 11.
好，再看11节，
Teach me your ways, O Lord,
求你将你的道指教我，
and I will walk in your truth.
我要照你的真理行。
He's promising, I want to learn in order to obey.
他在应许，我要从你学习，好叫我可以顺服你的真理。
I tell this story all the time that I heard from an evangelist many years ago.
我讲故事讲了很多遍啊，这故事是我很多年前从一个布道家听说的。
He's preaching in a tent in Africa.
他在非洲的一个营里头
And
讲
he
道。
gets finished with the first point of his sermon.
他讲完了第一点之后呢，
And this young African sitting on the front row jumps up and runs out.
有一个年轻的坐在前排的非洲人就
And he
跳起
thought,
来
"That's
跑到前面
strange."
了。我说：“哎，奇怪啊！”
So the next night,
第二天呢，
same thing happens.
同样的事发生
He
了。
finishes his first truth, his first
他
point.
刚刚讲完第一点，
The African jumps up and runs out.
这个年轻的非洲人站起来又跑掉
And。this happens over and over.
这一次次的出现，每次都这
Finally,
样
the preacher stops him.
最后那个传道人把他
What are you
止住脚，
doing?
你在干啥你？
And he says, Well,
他说我
as soon as I learned something that I wasn't doing,
一旦学到我没有尽的本分，没有做的事，
why did I need to learn anything else that night?
那我今晚再听到再听下去有什么意思呢？没必
I
要。
need to go practice what God said.
我需要出去行神所说的话，听到行道嘛。
There's another story.
还有一个故事啊，
Preacher's preaching
一个传道人在讲道，
in a little country church there in the country in the United States.
在美国的一个乡村里头讲道，
And he can see all the way out to the front of the church,
他可以看到后面一直这个教会里头，
to the part where everybody hung their coats when they came in.
那就是别人把他们的衣服挂的地方，他可以看到那里。
And he sees someone walk in and begin to steal the coats.
他看到有人进来在偷别人的外套，
And so he cries out to the
所以
congregation,
他就向会众说
Someone is stealing all your coats.：“
有人在偷你的衣服，赶快！”
And they all go, Amen.
他们说：“阿门。”
No, someone is stealing all your jackets.
真的有人在偷你的外套啊！
Hallelujah.
哈利路亚！
And so he just thought, well, fine.
他说：“好好好。
So after the service, everybody goes back and they go, our coats are stolen.
聚完会，人家出去，哎，我们的衣服不见了，被偷了。
And the preacher said, well, that's what I was telling you.
传道人说：“我不是跟你讲了吗？有人
And
在
they
偷。
said, we thought you were just preaching. We didn't know we had to take you seriously.
我们以为你在讲道，不知道要认真对待你说的话。
And that's the way it is.
往往就是如此。
When you say God is great,
当你说神为大的时候，
and you say, then teach me your ways,
然后紧接着说要教导我你的道，
it's because you have set your heart to walk in those ways.
因为你已经立定心志，你要照着神的话去行。
These are not divine suggestions.
这些不是从神而来的一些建议而已，不，
It's a divine command.
这乃是从神而来的命令。
And then look what it says.
再看看他说什么。
Verse 11, I will walk in your truth.
11节，我要照你的真理而行。
And then we see the humility of the one who says that.
再看看说这话的人的谦卑的心。
Unite my heart to fear your name.
求你使我专心敬畏你的名。
This is so important.
很重要啊，这里。
By God's grace, we declare,
靠着
You
神
are
的恩
great.
典，我们宣告主啊，你为大。
And in our desire to respond correctly,
在我们愿意正确的回应的，
we say, Teach
心态中。
me, teach us your truth, and we'll walk in your ways.
我们说， 将你的道指教我，我要照你的真理而行。
But then we also realize how weak we are.
然后同时我们认识到自己是何等的软弱，
And we're afraid of the promise that we made.
我们很害怕向神做出任何承诺。
We know how we've been so hot and cold and hot and
我
cold.
们知道，往往我们忽冷忽热，起伏不定。
We know that we can't do this in our own power.
我们知道靠着自己的能力我们办不到。
So he says, unite my heart.
他说：“求你使我专心啊，
Give it one passion, one loyalty,
给我专一的心，好叫我一心一意的
that I might fear your name.
敬畏你的名啊。
You see, ”
你看，
why do some obey?
为什么有些人顺服了？
It's because they fear God.
因为他们敬畏神，
Not this wicked type of fear,
不是那种像奴隶一样的害怕，
but it's a reverence.
那是一种尊重。
They revere him.
他们敬畏神。
Now, where did they get that reverence?
好，他们这个敬畏的心从何而来？
They know him.
因为他们认识他。
And that's why the church in America is so weak
就因这个原因，美国教会才如此软弱，
and so disobedient.
如此的不顺服。
Because the preachers are not preaching who is God.
因为传道人没有告诉老百姓神是谁，
And they portray him as something like a divine Santa Claus or a little foolish grandfather.
他们把上帝形容成一个像天上的圣诞老公公，像一个很愚昧的老大爷一样。
This unite my heart to fear your name.
他说：“求你使我专心敬畏你的名。”
Reminds me of two other texts that are very important.
提醒我圣经里另外两段很重要的经文，
One of them is, Blessed are the pure in heart.
其中一段是清心的人有福了。
Now you say, what does that have to do
你
with?
说那段经文跟这段什么关系啊？
Well, when it talks about pure in heart,
当圣经讲到清心的时候，清洁的心，
another good way to say it would be an unalloyed heart.
另外一个说的方式就是没有任何的混淆的，没有任何掺杂的心，
A heart with no mixture.
就是一个没有合金的，没有其他东西掺杂进去的纯洁的心，
A heart that has no competing
就
loyalties.
是他的心里头不是三心二意，没有任何其他的忠心效忠的对象跟主来竞争的。
Let's say that, let's use the Roman Empire for an example.
让我们用罗马的帝国做个例子啊，
Why did it fall apart?
为什么罗马帝国会崩溃瓦解？
Because it's very difficult for a pluralistic society to exist and be strong.
因为一个多元化的社会要存在、要强壮很难。
Why?
为什么？
Because they don't have a singular loyalty.
因为罗马帝国没有一个专一的
They don't agree on what's important.
效忠的对象，没有一个认为重要的核心。
Do you see that?
看到没有？
One person says, well, this is important.
一个人说：“哦，这个很重要。”
No, this is
另外
important.
说那个重要。
We ought to be loyal to this.
我们需要向这个效忠。
No, we ought to be loyal to
不，我们要
that.
向那个效忠。
Well, we're about this one thing.
我们做的是这一件事。
No, we're not.
不
We're about
我们
this.
做的是那一件。
And it can't do anything.
你这最后啥都办不了了，
Much like our country today.
就像我们今天美国一样，
Totally different beliefs,
不同的信仰，完全不同的背景，
totally different opinions about what's right and wrong,
对是非有不同的概念，
completely different loyalties,
不同的效忠的对象，
and so we're weak.
所以美国今天很
And we will continue
脆弱
just to get weaker and weaker
美国
and weaker.
会继续的走下
It
坡
was the
路。
problem in the Roman Empire.
当时罗马帝国也是如此，
There was nothing to hold it together anymore.
没有任何东西能够使罗马帝国能够合一了。
I believe that's why they politically eventually adopted Christianity.
所以我相信这是最终为什么罗马帝国他们在政治上接纳了基督教的原因。
And when they did, it wasn't a revival.
当他们接纳基督教，这不是个大复兴啊，不
It
是，
was a political maneuver.
乃是一个政治手段。
Nothing was holding the Roman Empire together anymore.
因为没有任何东西能够使罗马帝国合一了。
But Christianity was bringing people together from all over the Roman Empire.
但基督教呢，却使罗马帝国各个的部分都连到一块儿了。
And I think they just adopted it politically in order to keep the empire together.
所以他们就用政治手段，借着基督教使罗马帝
And
国
the
能够
results
联
were
合，
disastrous.
结果很可怕，悲惨的很。
Well, if in your own heart there's a lot of competing loyalties,
如果在你心里头有很多效忠的不同的对象，
you can't walk in His truth.
你就不能够行在他的真理中。
Remember what Jesus said?
你记得耶稣说的吗？
You cannot serve 100 different masters.
一个人不能侍奉100个主，
That's not what He said.
这不是他说的哦。
You can't even serve two.
你甚至2个主都不能侍奉，对不对？2个都
Did
不
you see
能
that?。
看到没有？3心二意。
And that's why He's saying, unite our heart, unite my heart to fear your name,
所以他说：“求你使我专心敬畏你的名，专心
that，I would not be cold or hot,
好叫我不至于忽冷忽热，起起伏伏
that I would not be one day for you and the other day not really.
我不会朝三暮四，朝秦暮楚。”
Another thing that I see in the New Testament with regard to this passage
好，另外一件我在新约里头看到的，跟这段经文有关的第二件事，
lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil.
让我们不遇见试探，救我们脱离凶恶。
Now, he's just got through praying in that prayer, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done.
他刚刚那个祷告刚刚完，说愿人都尊你的名为圣，愿你的国降临，你的旨意行在地上，如同行在天上。
Powerful prayer for the believer.
它只是一个为信徒的一个很有能力的祷告。
God, I want your kingdom to advance.
主啊，愿你的国
I want your name to be
愿
worshipped.
你的名被
I
敬
want
敬
all
拜，
men, including myself, to obey you.
愿人人包括我自己都敬畏你。
But then in humility,
然后谦谦卑卑的，
Lord,
主啊，他说，
protect me from temptation.
保守我不遇见试探，
Strengthen me in the midst of it.
加我力量，当我碰到试探的时候，让我能够蒙你保守。
You see?
看到没有？
I'll walk in your way,
主啊，我愿意行在你的真理中。
but help me, O Lord,
哦，主啊，帮助我，
because apart from your grace, I cannot.
因为离开你的恩典，我办不到。
So now, I want us to look at a few things in verse 11 and verse 12.
好，我们看看11、12节几件事啊。
What is our proper response to saying that God is great?
我们宣告了神为大之后，我们的正确的回应是什么呢？
First of all, it is seeking God's instruction.
首先，我们要求神的指教。
Do you seek God's instruction?
你是否寻求神的指点呢？
Do you renew your mind in the Word of God?
你是否借着神的话语更新你的心思意念呢？
Are you cultivating the mind of Christ?
你是否在培养基督的心，以他的心为心呢？
Then don't say God is great if you're not.
如果你没有的话，你不要说神为大，不。
The next thing,
好，第二件事，
submission to God.
你要顺服神。
I will walk in your truth.
我要照你的真理行。11节，
If God is great,
如果神为大，
we should ask for His instruction.
我们应该求他的指教。
If He is great, we
如果
should
他
submit to His instruction.
伟大的话，我们应该顺服他的指教。
Then unite my heart to fear your name.
然后求你使我专心敬畏你的名。
If God is great,
如果神为大的话，
we should reverence Him.
我们就应该敬畏他。
Verse 12,
12节，
I will give thanks to you, O Lord, my God, with all my heart.
主啊，我神，我要一心称赞你。
What's another response to God's greatness?
好，另外一个回应，因为神的伟大是什么呢？
Thanksgiving.
是感恩敬拜。
Why?
为什么？
Because He uses His greatness on our behalf.
因为他为我们彰显他的伟大。
And then finally,
好，最后
what does He say?
他说什么？
And will glorify your name forever. Verse
我
12.
要荣耀你的名直到永远。12节，
It is praise.
这是赞美，
It is praise.
是赞美。
You see, God is great means a lot.
你知道神为大，意义深长啊。
But we must learn to live properly in light of His greatness.
因着他的伟大，我们应当正确的照着
Because
生活。
to say He is great and live in a way that denies it is a contradiction.
因为嘴里说他伟大，但是生活却是另外一套，这是言行不一的。
Now let's go to the book of Psalms, chapter 135.
我们再看诗篇135篇。
And let's read verse 5 and
我
6.
们读5到6节。
For I know that the Lord is great, and that our Lord is above all gods. Whatever the Lord pleases, he does in heaven and in earth, in the seas and in all the deeps.
好，我们一起读5到6节。原来我知道耶和华为大，也知道我们的主超乎万神之上。耶和华在天上，在地下，在海中，在一切的深处，都随自己的意志而行。
Now let's start off with a question.
好，让我们从一个问
Would
题
you
开始。
consider yourself to be a god?
你会不会看自己像神一样？
Would you consider yourself to be a demigod, something in between man and
或
God?
者你会考虑自己像神跟神中间是一个半神、半神仙，会不会？
Would you consider yourself to be a god with a little g?
你或者认为自己像一个小神、一个神明、一个神仙、一个小佛？
Well, hopefully the answer on all accounts is absolutely not.
盼望你的答案是，不管是哪个问题都是绝对不可能，不是的，我不是神。
Now there are two truths we learn in verse 5.
好，第5节我们学到2个真理。
Our Lord is great.
我们的耶和华主为
The
大。
context is the Lord is the greatest.
好，这个上下文讲的是主是最大的，
There is no one great like him.
没有人能够跟他相比的。
Let me give you another illustration of how relative this is.
好，让我给你另一个例子看看这个是何等的切乎实际。
If you walked up to me and said, Brother Paul, are you a good basketball player?
如果你到我面前说，保罗滑雪弟兄，你是不是一个很好的篮球员呢、
I'd say, yeah,
我说，不错嘛，我
I
不错
can still shoot the three. I'm pretty good.
我能够投篮投进去，我还不错了。
Now, if you walk up to Michael Jordan
但是你去那个篮球明星麦克Jordan，
and you say, Michael, are you good at basketball?
或者那个叫什么的林书豪，你行吗？你打篮球行吗？
He would say, yeah,
他会
I'm
说，
pretty good.
我挺不错的，我挺不错的。
Now, there's a sense in which both of us is telling the truth.
从一个角度我跟他都在讲的是实话，对不对？
But it means two completely different things.
但是我的好跟他的好完全不同。
I'm good in comparison to some,
我比起有些人来，我打篮球还挺好的，
but in comparison to Michael Jordan,
但比起林书豪来，
I'm no good at all.
我真不好了。
It's the same way with God.
跟神也是如此。
When you say he's a great man,
当他说哇，他是一个伟大的人，
well, a certain man may be a great man compared to other men,
这个人比起其他人也许是个伟大的人，
but compared to
但
God,
比起神来，
he's nothing.
他的伟大
As a matter of fact,
算不得什么。
it says that the nations are like a little drop of water in the bucket.
甚至说列国在他眼中就像水桶的一滴，
They are nothing before God.
在神面前他们啥都不是，
They're not even dust on the scales.
他们甚至不像天平上的一粒微尘。
How great is man?
人是何等的大呢？
Let's say that all the men who ever lived came back to life.
我们比如世上所有古今中外所有活过人都活过来了。
And then all the men who live today, about 7 billion people.
现在还活着人大概70万70 亿人，
They all came together to be an army.
一起形成了一个很大的军队。
And they had all the weapons that have ever been made.
他们有世上所有发明过的武器。
And then all the demons of hell joined them.
然后所有地狱的邪灵都一起加入参战。
And they came against Christ, the throne of Christ, to fight him.
他们一起进攻基督的宝座，与神挑战。
It would be like a little gnat
就像一只萌虫一样，小虫子
beating its head against a piece of granite the size of the universe.
这个小虫子头撞宇宙那么大的一块大岩石。
That's how great man is.
这就是人的伟大。
Do you see that?
看到没有？
Now, it says, For I know that the Lord is great.
所以说，原来我知道耶和华为大。
Now, this is a little bit different than the other declarations that we've heard.
这个跟我们其他听到的耶和华为大，其他的宣告有点不
He
一样。
doesn't just say the Lord is great.
他没有说耶和华为大而已，仅仅如此。
He says, I know
他说
it.
我知道耶和华为大，
I've learned it.
我认识他为大，
It is a
这是
reality.
一个事实。
You can say that the Lord is great,
你可以说耶和华为大，
but it's not a reality in your life.
但在你生命中这不是个事
You
实。
really don't know it.
你其实根本不知道，
You really don't understand
你
it.
根本不明白，
You're just repeating things like a parrot.
你就像一只鹦鹉一样在重复一些话而已。
Because if you know
因为
that He's great,
如果你真知道他伟大的话，
it's going to change everything.
他的伟大会改变一切，
It's going to start putting everything in your life in its proper perspective.
他的伟大会使你生命的每一个部分都井井有条，
Mainly in this way.
特别是这一方面，
God is big.
神伟大，
I am small.
我是小的；
God is great.
神是伟大的，
I am not.
我啥都不是。
God should be the center of all things.
神就应该成为宇宙万物的中心焦点。
I should not be the center of all
我
things.
不应该成为万物的焦点。
What is man's great sin?
人的
Self-worship,
大罪是什么？就是自我敬拜，
seeking to constantly take the place of God.
总是要篡夺神的宝座，取代神的地位
Every。time.
每一次，
How can I say this?
我怎么能这样说呢？每次要
Every time a preacher
每一次一个传道人，
is basically preaching to say, look at me.
他在讲到说，看看我，
Do you realize what he's
你
saying?
知道他是说什么吗？
Don't look at God.
不要看神，
Look at me instead.
你要取而代之，要看我。
Every time a young man
每一次的年
flaunts
轻
his
人
muscles,
要显露他的肌肉。
he's
肌肉
saying, stop looking at God.
他说别看神，
Look at me.
看我。
Every time someone brags,
每一次一个人夸口的时候，
stop looking at
他
God.
在说别看神了，
Look at me.
看我。
Every time a young lady dresses sensually,
每一次一个女孩
She's
穿着暴露的时候，
stop looking at
她说不
God.
要看神了，
Look at me.
看我。
Every time someone is extravagant,
每一次一个人在奢侈浪费的时候，
they say, stop looking at God.
不要再看神了，
Look at me.
看我，
Look at me.
看我，
You see that?
看到吗？
Are we not a society that is constantly saying, look at me?
我们这个社会岂不是不断的在说看我，看我，看我？
I had to be a part of a dinner one time in which there were many actors there.
我有一次参加了一个很多明星参与的一个聚会，一个晚餐，我也必须参加
And。they were well-known actors in their own country.
这些人都是自己国家的有名的大明星啊！
And I got there on time
我准时到达，
and sat down at the seat that had been assigned to me.
我坐在那个给我定的位置上。
And I was about the only one there, my wife and I.
我跟我妻子是唯一到达的，准时到的。
I thought,
我说：“诶，
what's going on?
咋回事儿？”
And then I saw
然后我看到，我明白了，
every one of those actors were trying to be the last one to arrive
每一个明星都想要做那个最后抵达的，
because that would show that they were the most important.
因为如此呢，就表现出他们是最重要的客
And
人，
so that there would be people there to see their entrance.
所以就会有人坐在那儿看着他们的入场。
And then as the dinner started,
当晚餐开始的时候，
it was like I was in kindergarten again.
就像我又回到了那个幼儿园，
Every one of them was doing something to get attention.
每个人都在故意做一些事，叫别人注意他。
And if they saw someone else getting attention, they got
如
mad.
果他们看到别人受注意了，他们就会
These were
嫉妒
grown people.
哎，这些是大人呢，
That's man.
这就是人类啊。
But realize this.
但要明白啊，
Every time you're trying to draw attention to yourself,
每一次你想吸引别人的注意力的时候，
you're saying, look at me.
你在说看我啊，
Don't look at God.
别看神了，看我就行。
What's over here is better.
我这里比神更好。
You see how foolish that is?
你看这是何等的愚昧啊！
It's like putting lipstick on a gorilla.
就像给猩猩擦口红一样，
It's just ridiculous.
简直不可理喻。
For I know that the Lord is great,
原来我知道耶和华伟大，
and that our Lord is above all gods.
也知道我们的主超乎万神之上。
Now, if he's above all so-called gods,
如果他是超乎所谓的万神之上，
and you don't rank yourself in the category of little God,
你也不把你排列在这些小神、神仙、神明的名单中，
then he's definitely above you.
那么他当然比你伟大的多。
He's above you.
他是在你之上，
He's better than you.
他比你更好，
He deserves all glory.
他配得一切的荣耀。
It's what he is.
这是他的本质，他配。
And the world is right
世界没有错。
when everyone's looking at him.
当人人都在仰望他的时候，世界就站对位置。
And the world is wrong
当世界，
when everyone's looking at us.
当人人在看我们的时候，世界就摆
Or
错地
when
位
we're
了。
all looking in the mirror.
或者我们自己看镜子的时候，就摆错地方。
Now,
好，
let's look at verse 6.
我们再看第6节啊。
Whatever the Lord pleases, he does in heaven and in earth and in the seas and in all deeps.
耶和华在天上，在地下，在海中，在一切的深处，都随自己的意志而行。
One of the things that we must understand that goes along with his greatness is his sovereignty.
其中一件我们需要与他的伟大一同理解的，就是神的主权。
To say that God is great
我们说神为大的时候，
and that then he has no right to impose his will upon me,
然后又说神没有权利把他的主权加在我身上，强加于我，
it's crazy.
这简直不可理喻，这疯了。
One man made this comment one time.
有一次有个人说这么说的：
The American view of God,
美国人眼中的神呐、
well, let me put it this way.
让我这么说好了，
He's the only Lord that can't tell anybody what to do.
他是唯一不能够主宰所有人的一个主，
He can tell you what to do.
他 can't，
He can tell you what to do.
他有权利告诉你该做什么，他是主。
And if you don't do it,
如果你不照着行，
there are dire consequences.
就有很可怕的后果。
He can make you alive.
他可以叫你活，
He can kill you.
也可以叫你死，
He can raise you up.
他可以叫你起来，
He can crush you on top of a dung heap.
他也可以叫你在粪堆上腐烂掉。
And he not only can do it,
他不仅如此，可
he
以
has done it throughout history countless times.
有史以来他不晓得做了多少次。
He raises up nations.
他叫邦国兴起，
He destroys nations.
他也毁灭国
He
度，
eats nations.
他把国度吃掉吞
He
吃，
swallows them down.
他把他们全部一下子吞灭。
He is not safe,
你跟他在一块儿不安全哦，
but he is good.
但是他是美好的、善良的。
He takes sinners and cleans them off and puts them in heaven.
他接受罪人，把他们洗干净，把他们带到天上去。
He takes sinners and condemns them in their sin, and then he throws them into hell.
同时，他也把罪人带来，定他们的罪，把他们下到地狱里头，永永远远。
I hear so many preachers go, if you go to hell, it's not because God put you there.
我听到很多传道人说，你下地狱不是因为神把你下去的，
God's put every obstacle in your way to keep you out of hell. If you go there, it's not because God put you there.
神在你的面前放了很多的绊脚石，很多的拦阻，好叫你不能够不下地狱。如果你要下地狱，是你自己的选择。
Have we forgot what Jesus said?
难道我忘了耶稣的话吗？
He looked at his disciples
他看着他的门徒，
and he pointed at the Roman army,
然后他指的那个罗马的军队说
the greatest army,
这世上最大的、最
the
伟大的
most
军队，
fierce army,
最残酷的军队，
the most merciless army.
最没有怜悯心、最厉害的
They
军队。
not only killed, they tortured before they killed.
他们不但是杀人在杀人之前，他把你整得半死才
And
杀
they
你，
enjoyed it.
而且他们引以为乐，
And they didn't care if you were guilty or innocent.
他们管你有罪还无罪，照样杀你。
Jesus looked at them and he said, "Don't fear them."
耶稣看着这些军队说：“你别害怕罗马军队，
I'll tell you who
我
to
告诉
fear.
你，你要怕谁？你要惧怕
The
谁？
one who can not only kill your body,
那个不仅仅能够杀你的身体，
but kill your soul
更能叫你灵魂下地狱的
and，throw you into hell.
然后把你下到地狱的那一位，你要
The subject
怕
of the verb is God.
这个句子的讲的主角是神，
God is the one who throws into hell.
神把人下到地
He
狱，
is great
他是伟大的神，
and he is good.
而且他是善良的。
But that in itself presents a problem.
但这本身就给我们带来一个问题啊，
We're not good.
因为我们不善良。
So what does a good God do with someone like us?
那么一位善良的神怎么处理我们这些不善良的人呢？
There's only one way we can be saved,
只有得救，只有一个途径，
through the atoning sacrifice of his Son.
借着他儿子的救赎的牺牲，我们才能得救。
He is great.
他伟大，
He does whatever he pleases.
他做的一切都是照自己旨意而行。
Now, in the next lesson,
好，下一堂课
we are going to finish up the study of the greatness of God with some applications.
我们要讲完神的伟大，用一些应用来结
How
束。
should we respond to the greatness of God?
我们应当怎么回应神的伟大呢？
Then after that,
之后呢，
we're going to study another truth about God.
我们还要查考有关神的另一个真理，
God is perfect.
就是神的完美。
And what does that mean?
什么意思呢？神
Let's
是
pray.
完美的。我们祷告。
Please visit our website at heartcrymissionary.com. There you will find information about the ministry, our purpose, beliefs and methodologies, and extensive information about the missionaries we are privileged to serve.